Hello, gentle viewers. This is Avindian welcoming you to a brand new series of Out of the Park Baseball 20 as the San Diego Padres. As we continue on with our World Tour, we've won 3 World Series for teams that have never won the World Series. We've won for the Montreal Expos, the current Washington Nationals, and the Milwaukee Brewers. And now the San Diego Padres are the team that we need to lead to glory, relatively speaking. Let's start by hiring some people. I need an assistant GM. Now, again, if you haven't followed me before, welcome. The only thing I can see that the assistant GM actually affects is player development. So we just want the best person at developing players, and the rest of it doesn't really matter to me. Let's do it. I've been hired as the manager and GM. What are my owner goals? Don't suck completely, upgrade at center field, find a top 12 prospect, build a top 5 minor league system, and keep building up. Okay. All of those things seem vaguely plausible. Can we really call it a rebuild if the team's never existed before? Can't we just call it a build? I think that's fair. Omari, let's sign you to be the manager for Single A. And then Ugo, I'm going to hire you to be for short season A. Done. Let's get expansion drafting. Now, I get the number 3 pick in the expansion draft. Hi, Montreal. Which is good. This crap again. I really don't like the star rating system, and I never have. Let's see, that's under league settings. I should have fixed this earlier. I apologize for that. I gotta fix this too. Silver Slugger. Award. Gold Glove Award. Leagues and teams. Oh, it's under players. No? Where's this stupid setting? Here it is. I want 20 to 80 and 20 to 80. There we go. So let's get expansion drafting. All right, what do we start with? Oh, excuse me. Look, there's Manny Mota. I know we tend to pick him a lot, but the alternative would be like John Roseboro would actually be a good addition too. Like, he's clearly past his prime, and he's very much an all-or-nothing catcher. But he's been pretty productive these last few years, and I could probably flip him for a nice little upgrade down the line. Tommy McCraw's a pretty shitty hitting first baseman. I'm not going to lie. And the alternative is like a Dick Green, but I've taken him in the past too. I'm trying to make things a bit more interesting, so I'm not always taking the same players. But I think green is just the best choice. Wait a minute, this is OSA. Do I not have a scouting director? Oh, scouting isn't even on. Right. That's the other change I need to keep remembering to make. That's under players and face gen, right? No, maybe not. Options, no. Rules, no. League and teams, no. Functions, no. Financials. It's at the very top of whatever place it's at. Players and face gen, it's not there. Here it is. Boop. Let's hire a scouting director. Scout ratings, please. Joe Martin, welcome aboard. Okay. So we have to use OSA because we don't have a scouting director right now. That's fine. Look, I'm going to take Dick Green. He's a really good defensive second baseman. It's a premium position, and he'll hit well enough to justify his glove, I think. And then I will take John Roseboro with my second pick. Next job. What do we got in the old pitching department? Bruce Howard, maybe. Steve Hargan, probably not. Al Downing. I could take Downing now and then try to grab Hargan next time round. Yeah, let's grab Steve Hargan. And now let's look at everyone again. Max Alvis is a reasonable hitter who doesn't play third base particularly well. But we have such a hard time finding third baseman, right? That's historically been one of my Achilles heels, so I'll take even a bad third baseman over no third baseman. Leo Cardenas, sure. I'll take you. Jesus Alou? Why not? It wouldn't be a World Tour game if I didn't have at least one. I'll take Mike McCormick. If I didn't have at least one Alou somewhere on the team. So we need first base, center field, and DH. Mike Hegan is a first baseman who's not very good anymore. Bubba Morton. Here you go. Filter. I want. Defense at center is at least 50. There we go. I know we've taken Jim Beauchamp before, but he's literally the only person here who's even a marginally competent hitter. Let's give him a try. Go back to all players and I'll auto draft till my next pick. And then remove the filter, please. I'm going to take Billy McCool. I think he could be an excellent relief pitcher. He's got really good potential, too. Kurt Motton is a really good hitter. Or could potentially be. Let's take Kurt. I'll probably end up putting him in right, which is fine. Let's get a backup catcher. How about Andy Etchebarren? Darren Johnson will play first base. Who is the best power hitter left in the draft? I could bring in Kurt Hinton. Or Chuck Hinton, rather. Yeah, okay. I know. Says he's not going to draft the same person 1,000 times. Drafts the same person again. I'm aware. Danny Lazar is a cheap reliever. I gotta love that. Maybe take Roy Face for a year and see what we can get out of him. Zoilo Versailles. Only really play shortstop. That's unfortunate. Hey, Woody Woodward, I remember you. Let's get you. Is there any good starting pitchers left? No, there is not. That's alright. I'm going to go ahead and let the AI draft the rest of my team for me. I got what I wanted. I will let the AI go ahead and set up my team to begin with, and then I will go through and build. Once our draft comes through, we will do as appropriate. Okay. Oh, did I not actually hit enter after I changed the names? No, I did. Okay. Fine, you stupid jerk. 50 grand a season. Oh, and then instantly, entire organization. And there's my scouting director. It wasn't my scouting director. Oh, it's my assistant GM that signed. Okay. Fuck you, Joe Mar. Holy shit, does he want a lot of money. Fine. I gotta take my advantages wherever I can get him. If that means giving him a freaking mint. Are you absolutely bonkers? Who the fuck do you think you are? I am not paying you $200,000 a year. What on earth is going on here? I'll take fucking Virgil Trucks. I'm not spending 200 grand for a scouting director. Like, literally, what the hell? How much money did Joe Martin actually get? Or is this just you being a dick? He's getting 100 grand a year. You're absolutely delusional. And I got Virgil Trucks. He's not the perfect scout, but he'll do the job nicely. I'm gonna set my budget to 250 grand. And it worked well last time. 40% to the minors. 32. Yeah. That's perfect. 40, 30, 30. I like it. And don't bug me. Now, so far I've taken Thurman Munson and Carlton Fisk in the first round. I have to take someone other than one of those, just to keep things spicy. So before everyone complains that, Avi, why aren't you taking the best possible player? This is me saying I want to keep things interesting for people who've been watching multiple seasons so far. And it keeps things interesting for me, too. Because I can see how other players work out. Hall of Fame voting. Let me see here. Early win. Early win is one of those rare players who's both sabermetrically worthy and has the gaudy counting stats. Gotta go Stan the man. And then those are the only two I'm going to vote for this time round. Right. So. I have the second overall pick. So I'm going to get my choice of whichever players I want. I had Dave Cash in the last playthrough, so unfortunately it can't be Cash. What about Bernie Carbo? He seems like a good pick. But let's see who Seattle takes. George Foster. Let's take Bernie Carbo. He's a hell of a hitter, is our good pal Bernie. Who's next? Fuck you, Bill Russell. Jerry Royce. Or Roos, maybe. Oh, he's impossible. Tom Griffin, maybe. Yeah, actually, Griffin's got a lot to recommend him. He's got 3 great pitches. All we need to do is just give him some time to learn control in the minors, and boom, we've got ourselves a pretty spicy short starting pitcher, draft player. Bill Lee's a bit more of a project. Yeah, we're already getting into some of the deeper picks. I like Bobby Brooks, actually. I just like players like this that have a very solid skill set. Unless Johnny Jeter's a very good center fielder. Oh. Let's actually get Johnny here. I want to make sure we've got a solid center fielder in the system. Bill Lee keeps falling. Let's grab him. I will happily take a chance on Ken Rudolph. The chance being making sure he can hit for contact, but if he can, I think he'd be an excellent future catcher for us. Especially since I didn't do the stereotypical thing and grab one of the 2 catchers. Herman Hill is literally going to cost me nothing, so it's worth it to see if he can sort out how to hit, even though he plays center. Frederico's not terribly exciting. Rafael Robles, just to get another shortstop in the system. Wait, how did Billy Williams at 35 end up in the draft? Is this the Billy Williams? No, this is a Billy Williams. Okay. That's fair. Does anyone here have any interesting tools? John Hairston, why not? And that's everyone. Take Carbo, Griffin, Jeter, Spaceman Lee, and Ken Rudolph. Any good picks in the Rule 5 we could grab this year? Not really. Another guy in the bullpen wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's take John Wyatt. Oh, sorry. Just get another reliever in there. How did I lose all these guys? Oh, these must have been people that we took later in the draft. I never got added to the 40-man. Here, you know what? Add everyone here to the 40-man just so I don't lose anyone else. Is there any reason not to start Carbo in the majors? Other than the fact... No, there's not. I'm just not going to waste my time. Bill Lee, I'd like you to start in Double-A. Jeter, Double-A. Anyone else I want to take in the Rule 5? Not really. Let's just complete the draft. Go to the Hall of Fame voting. Actually, there's an excellent reason not to start Carbo, which is he might make my team too good to earn another top 5 pick. Well, that's life, my friends. That is life. Actually, no. Let's let Carbo start in AAA. I know he deserves to be in the majors, but quite frankly, anything that makes this team too good is going to hurt us. So, as before, I'm going to go ahead and let the AI autopilot this team for the first season. And what I'll do, since I don't really plan on doing much during the season, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a bonus. And then I'm going to do the second off season. Probably in this video, depending on how long it takes us to get through the main video. God damn it, Dick. How am I supposed to trade you if you suck? I love how I'm winning the NL West somehow in spring training. That's pretty glorious, all things considered. Alright, all this is fine. So the problem with Carbo could be he might actually decrease quite rapidly. Oh, I see. Bernie Carbo is one of those guys who had an amazing rookie season and then never found it again. Oh, joy. I probably made a bad pick, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Absolutely everything is fine. Carbo came in at number 6. Nice. I could have gone for Darrell Evans, but not with the second overall pick in the draft. I'm just going to sim right to the trading deadline. So I'm going to do this season, just to save myself a bit of time. Oh, really? We're doing this shit again? Whatever, dude. Yeah, this is an OOTP problem. I don't know why this keeps happening. Bench coach, get it set. There we go. My GM can do that stuff. That seems reasonable. Okay. Oh, let's make sure that everyone gets one All-Star. Just because it's kind of fun. There we go. And we'll just sim right to the trading deadline. Who the heck are these guys? Oh, it's the AI doing things. Whatever, mate. Seriously, stop. Stop interrupting to tell me things that I don't care about. Seriously, please stop. Stop interrupting me for this shit. Great. I don't care. Guys, we're winning too many games. You promoted Carbo. God damn. Oh, I should have paid more attention to that. That was extremely stupid of me. Yeah, you just called up all the bloody rookies, didn't you? Oh, well. Remember, the key here, even with one very good player, I don't think it's going to be enough for us to like make the playoffs or anything. Um, Good work, Tom. This is also about evaluating players too, so I'm not hugely upset that this is happening, but I am mildly irritated. I swear to God. Okay. Hey, who wants John Roseboro? Only prospects and regulars. I'm not going to look at any other positions. This is about making the team better in the future, not necessarily making it better this year. Horacio Pino can't really throw strikes. You can't strike people out. Cal Coons can't really do either. Actually, quite like John Boozer, but he's also a bit on the old side. That's fine. Oh my god. Really? Just stop with this shit. I know what it is. It's the stupid window. Here, you know what? Let's try to fix it. Settings. Set it to windowed. And then set it back to full screen. This should fix it. Yep, there they go. They're all magically available now, but that really should have been fixed. We'll do this. Boop. And then I'll go ahead and chuck him on the main roster. Right. To the trading deadline. What did you do? Oh, you gave Al Worthington back to me. I'm just going to cut him. Actually, I could just try to trade him and see if anyone would give me absolutely anything for him. Sure. Absolutely. Put you in AAA. Oh, you gotta be on the 40-man. That's alright. And then AAA. Oh, you're out of options. I didn't realize that. That was stupid of me to not check that. Go and return Wyatt. Take Roland. Don't worry, we won't be autopiloting the entire time. This is just for this first season, because I know not a lot is expected to happen. What are you complaining about? Not over Bernie Carbo, you're not, Jesus. What could I get for you? What do we got? I'm not just going to keep adding relievers. That's a bit silly. Well, then you give me guys like Joe Verbanek, and you're like daring me not to take a really good reliever. Do you have any options left? You do. Verbanek's really good as a reliever. Something said for like a Wade Blazen game, or at least there could be. Ron Reed. I don't really want Cecil Upshaw. Jim Britton's another thing altogether. But I give Bill Stoneman. We don't really think he's going to be much. Danny Frisella is just ridiculously good at being a reliever. Let's trade for him. I can see if you throw someone else in, but you probably won't. Would you throw in Les Roar? You'd consider it an insult. Well, your face is an insult, so there. You know, if they're young quality players, maybe ones who need a bit of seasoning. Not really. I doubt you give me Greg Goosen if I ask for him. I could try, but you'll probably tell me no. Yeah, this is fine. I'm going to put you on the 40-man, and I'm going to stick you in AAA. And we'll go up to the trading deadline. God damn it, I wish the AI would stop doing this. It's my own fault because I'm the one who I just acquire players and then I don't tell them what they can and can't do. It's whatever, dude. I'm not too upset about it because it's my own fault for setting the settings away to try to hurry through this first season. We need to upgrade our coaching staff pretty significantly so all the minor leaguers can stay. I've really been playing this whole season without minor league managers. I guess I have been. There you both go. I would like to get actual offensive talent out of this pick. Or out of this trade. So let's actually do that. Let's set this to all batters. Because right now I'm just getting relievers. And that's not going to help the team in the long run. Let's see. Jarvis Tatum. Good short or good center fielder. Can't really hit. I don't really need yet another catcher. Canigliaro's overrated and overpaid. Morgan's got a lot of growing to do. Rick Rennick's got at least a little bit of talent. Keogh's not much. Here, how about just prospects? There we go. Bob Robertson. Done. There is a ton of potential talent there. Boston. No. Why would I be interested in that? How am I winning 52 games? Is Bernie Carbo just that bloody good? Why would I want Lou Brock? I'll trade Horace Clark, though, if I can get a good deal for him. There's not really much to be had. That's fair. Okay, let me make this extremely clear to you. I am not trading Bob Robertson. Stop bothering me. You're basically offering me talented relievers in exchange for someone I'm not really using. Can I get any prospects for him? No batters. Not much in the way of pitchers. Let's expand it to regulars and look at batters. Yeah. You know, probably a top reliever is probably about as good as I'm going to get for him. I think I like Locker slightly more. They're both solid, actually. I'll take Locker because he's a year younger. Alright, it's the trading deadline. First and foremost, who on my team made the All-Star team? Steve Hargan and Benny Carbo. That's fair. How am I 500? How am I supposed to build a young core of brilliant and talented players if you're going to play so damn well? Carbo's been amazing, actually. Like, objectively amazing. Alright, who among my team is either old or not particularly helpful? Motton. Let's check out prospects. Again, let's focus on offense for right now. You're nothing to write home about. Neither are you. Don Young could actually be quite good at some point. I just need to give him some time. So I will make this deal. And then see if we can throw anyone else in. Like Tony Perez. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to grab Tony Perez. You probably say no if I ask for Hal McRae. I'm not convinced that I want him anyway, but let's at least see what you'd say. Worst you've ever seen in your career. Okay, fine. Be that way. Could I get Gary Nolan? Alright, the one thing I've got is overpaid veterans, and I have them in spades. Who's having a real good year that you might pay extra for? How about Mike McCormick? Not Hargan. I think Hargan's a little too helpful. Not gonna give you Jeter. I already have Motton on there. Cardenas. Yeah, you won't take this deal. It's fair. Through Danny Lazar. Yeah, there's just no way you do it. That's fair. Alright. I really do want to flip Motton if I can, though. Shot player around. Prospects and regulars. I still want somebody somewhat young that's got a chance to develop a bit. I don't want to trade old for old. Davis Cincinnati, I do want Don Young, but your problem is you're being a jerk and you're not giving me anything else. I suppose it's fine. I can't really demand he give it to me. I could get John Miller, but why the hell would I want him? He's having a good year in the minors. I guess it could be interesting to add him and then see if he develops in my system any better, but he probably won't. Look, I think this is fair. We're getting a center fielder with a fair bit of upside, who also happens to play center field pretty well. So I'm going to make this deal. Who's Billy McCool? I genuinely don't know, but we'll put them both on the 40-man and let the AI decide what to do with them. And you called up Young. I kind of figured you might. That's fine. Anybody else you want to get rid of? McCormick. I really don't want him anymore. All players. Let's look only at prospects for right now. You guys really don't like Paul Ratliff. He's got enough talent that he'd be an interesting choice as a backup catcher. If Alvarado could play short at all, I'd grab him. There's Rick Kester, who could be an amazing pitcher someday. Let's take him. Would you give me anyone else? What about Ralph Garr? Nah, you like Garr a little bit too much. I'll just trade this. What the hell happened to you? How did I even get you? Oh, I took him in the expansion draft. I see. It's whatever. I can't be bothered anymore. Since you're spending a fair bit of time trading, I probably won't try to squeeze in a second season in this episode. I don't want to burn myself out. This is kind of a disastrous season, if I'm honest with you. We're not going to get to pick in the top 10. We're not even going to get to pick in the top third, I don't think. Or the top 10. We're going to be picking, like, 15th. And Carbo's a big part of it. And if I had sat him and forced him to be sat, maybe would have been a little better off. But I kind of wanted that top 5 pick, and I don't think I'm going to get it. Player development, anything exceptional. Bob Robertson is flourishing because you put him in the majors even though I didn't want him there. And I guess, look, this is probably partially my fault for letting the AI have so much control over the regular season roster. It's good to see that Benny Carbo is a pretty great player to build around, though. And we finished just under 500. And the Baltimore Orioles won the World Series. Good for them. And we completed an owner goal. We'll have some decisions to make. We'll have a lot of decisions to make. But I think, look, as an expansion team, we almost finished 500. Happy with Johnny Jeter. He loves Bernie Carbo. I'm going to have some people to replace, and that's fine. For next season, let me very quickly pop on over here. And I'm going to take raw control of everything. There we go. So, this is basically the Bernie Carbo show. I mean, the dude led the league in WAR, OBP, and OPS, and walks. Hit 31 homers. This is frankly absurd how good he was when he stepped into the league. And if I had just benched him, we'd probably be picking in the top 5. Maybe even the top 3. But, you know, that's okay. The rest of the team wasn't that great. It was literally Bernie Carbo just dragging us on his back. So, we'll have some decisions to make next season. And most specifically, who we draft to try to build our own young core. We finished 79 and 83. That's not great. So, who's going to pick in front of us? Milwaukee, Montreal, Kansas City, New York, Senators, Braves, White Sox, Yankees, Phillies. I might get just as pick number 10. So we'll get somebody helpful. We just won't get a lot to process in the future. It would be absurd to expect Carbo to turn in a season like this ever again. Johnny Jeter was a very good pick for us. He had a pretty good season. Some room for growth. Cardenas was fine. Our biggest issue is going to be sorting through who's going to be part of this team in the next few years and who's not. And we'll make some choices based on that. Robertson was okay, I guess. I just don't think he's necessarily ready for full Major League play time. I might send him down to AAA at the beginning of next year to get some seasoning. Steve Hargan was very good. We probably can't count on that again, but we got Griffin, Hargan. Lazar was real good as a reliever. And then we got some other talented players here. McCool was a steaming pile of horseshit. How on earth he managed to get negative 1.6 WAR in just 83 innings is, quite frankly, awe-inspiring. But it is what it is. How long do I think it's going to take us to make the playoffs? I think we could probably, with smart picks, end up making the playoffs in the next 2 years. I know that sounds crazy. I think it's crazy. But the truth of the matter is, we did a pretty good job with the expansion draft, and we've got just enough talent in Carbo and a couple of others that we could build around it. I'm not saying we're going to win the World Series, but I'm saying there's a fair chance that we make the playoffs. But we'll have to see what happens. Until next time, though, apologies for a slightly shorter video than normal. But I also don't want to waste too much time on this first season because I knew we weren't really going to accomplish much. So, for now, thank you for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. Next episode, we're going to take our time. We're going to build on what we learned from 1969 and see if we can move towards making the playoffs in the next 2 years. Until then, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you